guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, we're going to talk about Rolex, particularly my 3 favorite Rolex watches under $5,000. Guys, that is not easy to do. Rolexes nowadays are all pretty much over $5,000. No sports models, or almost no sports models. I mean, even Explorer 2s are above $5,000. Today is a weird time for the Rolex market, and $5,000 almost doesn't cut it. However, it doesn't mean you can't get a few cool pieces, and that's what I want to talk about today. Of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my H. Moser Endeavor, my most recent pickup. Absolutely loving it. Rose gold, 8-day power reserve, hand-finished movement. I'm over the moon. What can I say? And also, go check out delraywatch.com. Bunch of new watches in stock. A very strange Concorde C1 world timer, something you don't see every day. And if you like world timers, a hell of a value, as well as a Panerai radio mirror, one of my personal favorite watches, along with a Bucherer flyback chronograph, Bucherer's new in-house movement, absolutely killer value and priced nowhere near retail. Go check it out, delraywatch.com, link in the description below. Now guys, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video and in previous videos, the Rolex market is going nowhere but up. It used to be, $3,000 to $4,000 got you a decent Rolex, $5,000 got you pretty much any sports model you wanted. Not so anymore. Things have changed over the past few years. Explorer 1s are now almost $5,000. Explorer 2s are well over $5,000, and it's becoming tough. But there are 3 watches that I think are particularly good value or are particularly interesting for under $5,000. The first one, and hear me out, is the Rolex Oyster Quartz. Yes, guys, that's right, the Oyster Quartz. But this isn't just a normal quartz movement. This is mainly mechanical. Yes, regulated by quartz crystal, but it has all the moving parts, or a lot of the moving parts, as a normal mechanical watch. Truly one of the first forays into quartz movements, and this is really a complicated piece. And that's the caveat. If you do buy one, guys, make sure it functions properly, because getting parts to service these is a real bitch. However, you gotta love that integrated bracelet design. It almost looks like it was designed by Gerald Genta. 36 millimeters, but it wears big enough for me to wear. And in all the dial colors of a Datejust. Yes, it's a Rolex that ticks, but unlike all the Chinatown fakes, this one is full of history, and it is grossly undervalued today. An oddball from Rolex, and oddballs always tend to go up in value, but this one I would buy just for the looks, not just because of future value retention. Next is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual 114-300. A 39 millimeter Rolex, and this is the cheapest way that I know of where you can get an above 36 millimeter watch by Rolex under $5,000. You can pick these up used, anywhere between $4,000 to $4,800, $4,900. Comes in a variety of colors. It's a modern, current collection Rolex, 904L steel, their new calibers. Might not be able to pick it up with box and papers, but you get a 39 millimeter Rolex, which is just a hair under 40. So you get the more modern size, and you get to test out most of the features of the modern collection. Not to mention, these watches have great personality with their dials. I think it's a hell of a pickup under $5,000. And then we have the Rolex Explorer 1, the only sports model which can commonly be picked up under $5,000. 36 millimeters, I'm talking particularly about the 14270 version with a tritium dial. Yes, the 114-270 has the upgraded movement, but it has the Luminova dial. I like the tritium dial because if you're going to go vintage, you might as well get that creamy patina. Now, you may not be able to buy it already with the creamy patina because the price will be higher, but it should age over time. Here we have an icon in Rolex sports history, one of the most undervalued watches in the collection, a 36 millimeter, but it does wear bigger, a little too small for me to be honest, but it does wear bigger, the OG Rolex sports watch. What can we say? It's pretty hard to beat. Now guys, I'm fully aware there's other choices. There's vintage Datejust 1603s, 1603Os, there's 34 millimeter 34 millimeter Air Kings in there. There's other Oyster Perpetuals, maybe even some Cellinis, but I think the Oyster Quartz, the modern OP39, and the 14270 are definitely my picks for Rolexes under 5,000. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around for another episode of Federico Talks Watches, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.